Death was defeated. The king is alive, baby. Kimberly Black, grateful recovering addict. Lord, we thank you for all the many blessings that you pour into our life. We thank you for walking before us. And when there's only one set of footprints, we know that those are yours. We're so grateful for your mercy and grace. And I ask that you speak through me. And God, I ask that you help anybody that's struggling right now with anything that they're struggling with and take it away and give them that peace that surpasses all understanding. In your son's precious name, I pray. Amen. Again, Kimberly Black, grateful recovering addict. So, yeah, so sorry I haven't been on a couple days. I mean, like I posted the little songs and videos and stuff, but so if you're out there and you're struggling in recovery or in active addiction, I just want you to know that there is hope. Don't give up. Don't give up. Whatever you do, don't give up. There is hope, okay? And an everlasting God who will never leave us, that when there's only one set of footprints, guess whose they were? They were his, not ours. So, yeah, I just want to encourage you to invite Christ into your life if you don't have him into your heart. I mean, and who does this? Who looks like this on video? But again, my journey, my candidness, if that's even a word. And a support group, guys. So I am in the middle of a good bit of legal issues due to my stupidity, inactive addiction. Okay, I won't go into details, but no matter what it is, as long as you rely on faith in God, He will get you through it. So, I can't explain. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I can't explain it. The only thing that I can just say is that once that peace that surpasses all understanding, once you have that in your heart, there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that can take it away. Not your enemies, not your addiction, not the world, nothing. So in the middle of a lot of legal issues right now, again, due to my stupidity. But, you know, more people than we think are going through the same thing that we are. Like, for me, I thought like, oh my God, I'm the only one that did this. I'm the only one that, not really the only one, but, excuse me, sorry. Like sometimes I feel like, am I the only one that did such stupid stuff? And so I encounter people daily that go through the same thing that I do. More people than we think are either in recovery or have a very close family member that has either gone through it, going through it. Yeah, one or the other. So I go to my substance abuse evaluation today, and the guy that was doing the evaluation, like they were so sweet. First of all, you know, in active addiction, like I wouldn't have gone and seen these people, anybody, unless I was made to, obviously, because I'm like, they can't help me. All they want to do is judge me. They want to put me here, or they want to do this, they want to do that, they want to control my life, blah, blah, blah. No. So, like, the guy that did the evaluation, like, he's been in recovery for 15 years. His son is in his active addiction, and, you know, I told him, I'm so sorry, it breaks my heart, I'll keep him on my prayer list. Speaking of which, dear Lord, I pray for the evaluator's son. Bring him to you as only we know you can do in your son's precious name. I pray, man. Sorry, I forgot to pray for him. So, yeah, it's crazy. Like, you know, I used to look at people like they'll never understand. They don't know what I'm going through. Nobody knows what I'm going through. This is all like they act like they do, but they've never been there. Because I'm really big on like I feel like if of course, God might turn his back and leave you. Oh, move on. Anyway, that's my jam. So, ow, my arm's hurting. So like feel the hope for you now. No matter what you've done, You can't erase his love, baby. Thank God. Separated, no matter what. You're still the daughter, you're still the son, baby, no matter what. Anyway, never been a better time to get honest, and there's never been a better time to get clean. My life. Run to the cross and be free. Anyway, so I'm all over the place. But again, oh, there it is. But this is my recovery, and this is just my life. So anyway, like, so I feel like, obviously, if you haven't ever been an IV drug user or a drug addict, it's very difficult to understand what recovering addicts go through. I'm kind of on the fence about that, though. Sometimes I feel like just because it's not drugs, it may be men, sex, excuse me, anything that you could be addicted to. But there's just something so therapeutic about one addict understanding what another addict is going through and has been in that exact same position. But I just find so often now, like, the more open I am about my life and my story and my testimony, the more people, A, that it touches, B, it brings, well, A, that it brings to God, B, that it, look, I can't even get it together, B, that it touches their life, and C, like, they know somebody that's gone through it, or they're like, oh, I've been there, I've done that. And so, like, during the evaluation, which didn't take long, by the way, but, like, he has been in recovery for 15 years, and it's just, I don't know, I guess it's a God thing, like, to me, like, he continues to put people in my life that understand my struggles. And it's not, I'm not just a grateful recovering addict. I struggle with a lot of other things too. Insecurities, jealousy, self-worth, just a lot of things that we shouldn't really. But I've just learned that relying on God and faith, it's supernatural, guys. Like, it's so supernatural. Like, I've watched the impossible, which are miracles performed in my eyes, in front of my eyes. So, like, our pastor at the House Fort Worth, Pastor Micah and Lindsay, shouts out, y'all are the best angels. So Pastor Micah's dad is the pastor at the house, Modesto, California, Pastor Glenn. So back in November, he died, okay? Died, like cardiac arrest, died. His story, if you haven't seen it, you guys have got to look it up. Glenn Berteau, I think that's how you say it. But he was dead for 40 minutes. That's like unheard of. There's only one explanation for that. God. You don't die, and he was not going to live. And then they told him if he was going to live, that he would basically be a vegetable. He would have so much brain damage, this, that, and the third. God said no. He resurrected him, and he is fine today. Obviously, he has to go through a series of things to make sure that he stays good and is good. But he died, and God was like, no, it's not your time. You have way more to do in life. So, like, I mean, it's crazy. Like, when you don't think that God exists, or you don't understand what he can do in somebody's life, when you hear a story like that and a testimony like that, like, it makes you understand, like, wow, he brought somebody back from the dead. And I mean, I can't imagine the thousands and probably millions of people that were praying for him. Prayer is so powerful. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. So if you guys get a chance, look him up. Pastor Glenn Berteau, I think. The House, Modesto, California. Amazing, inspiring story. True testament of how God is good all the time. And he is in the miracle business. Okay? But so anyway, I struggle, like, with thinking that people understand my story or me. And then, of course, I feel like I have this little crown. Of course, it goes crooked sometimes, but my little tiara, I just got to straighten it up. So I think, like, world revolves around me sometimes, and I've learned that it doesn't. Newsflash! um, but what I have learned is that God does make the world revolve. So as long as I rely on Him, I have nothing to worry about. I'm going to encounter struggles. I'm going to encounter things that I don't want to encounter because I like to live in my happy little bubble, my beach globe, and I don't want nobody to shake it up or, make me not happy. Um, so, but I've learned that even when I have to encounter those things, like if I can try to respond godly or not pop off at the mouth and just get so ignorant, that it comes with far less anxiety, that adrenaline rush. Like, when you go off on somebody, like you carry that adrenaline rush like for half the day or the whole day sometimes. But then, like, if you just step back and pray before you encounter something like that, or even be like, Jesus, because it's in the middle of something happening, I'll be like, Jesus, take the wheel. And I mean that. Like, I'm not just saying it like, take it, blah, blah. I'm for real, take it. And He does, though. It's crazy that He'll take that out of my heart and He'll replace it with peace. The legal issues that I am involved in right now, I don't know that I would be able to handle it if I hadn't surrendered to God and He hadn't given me that peace that surpasses all understanding. And that's just the truth. I probably would crumble every day and cry my eyes out if He hadn't given me that peace and let me know that no matter what I go through in life, there is a purpose for every single thing that happens in life, okay? So whether it be for me or for somebody else, there's a purpose. And I've realized that every single thing in life that happens is meant to happen. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So wherever I end up is where God is pointing me to. And I know as long as I rely on faith and have my trust in God, that I'm going to encounter hard times. It doesn't take my problems away. It's never going to take all of our problems away, okay, until we enter heaven. But it makes life far easier. And I could never have imagined that just by doing the next right thing, guys, things like line up. I mean, it is insane. Things line up like I never could have imagined. I never could have imagined. Every time I think I'm about to hit a brick wall, I swear to God, it's like God comes down and He kicks that brick wall down and He goes right before me. And He lets me know, I'm going before you. I'm laying this foundation. Now you take the next right step like you're supposed to do. And you keep relying on me. And I do. And I'm not saying, I'm by no means perfect. I'm the furthest person from perfect. I sin every single day. I ask for forgiveness. And I know that I mess up every day. But I try to do right by people. And I try to do the next right thing. Because I'm telling you, I could not have imagined a life this good. And I don't have endless amounts of money in a bank account. And I don't live in a mansion. And I don't have a car. So I have to take public transportation sometimes. In which, oh my God, that's a whole nother story that I'll have to tell you about. But I don't have a job that pays me six figures, but I tell you what I have that nobody can take or replace, and that is a joy in my heart and a peace that surpasses all understanding. And that makes me, I'm about to quote Chris Stapleton, that makes me a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, whatever you want to call it. It makes me a child of the one true King, and I'm happy. And even though I encounter things that I don't like, because my support group, they're like, everything is not going to go great, Kimberly, in your life. You're still going to encounter things. Hello. But me, I'm like, but I want my happy little bubble. And I get why they do that to me, because it's not. Everything isn't going to be peaches and cream. But it helps me, helps. I just forgot what I was talking about. That is so horrible. By peace that surpasses all understanding. I'm an overcomer. That's what Mandy's is telling me right now, because I am an overcomer. And so are you. So are you. You are an overcomer, baby. Just because we're in recovery does not mean we're not overcomers. Children of the one true King. We are. He still loves us. So yeah, anyway. Like I still struggle. I struggle all the time, but I do realize, like, through, like, once I've wasted half my day on thinking about if something's going to go how I've planned. Because, like, my mind, like, this thing up here is just like, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, let's not forget about the lamb. So many things go through it. Like, by the time maybe the average person has only thought like 10 thoughts, I have thought like a million thoughts, all different ways. And it's like, then whatever was in my mind actually plays out, chances are it didn't happen in any of those ways. And the one way that I didn't think about is how it happened. And had I just been like, God, you know what, take this, I don't want it, help me through this. All he wants us to do is ask him for help. That's it. Um, and it's so easy, but it's so hard because I will give him and take, give him and take, give him and take. Here, you can have it, but I want it back. No, here you go. Yeah, and so, but that peace that surpasses all understanding, I can't even explain it. I can just tell you that anything that comes my way, anything, I can deal with today. That's my jam. You're the only right among the wrongs. Your name is power. Um, you're the only hope among the chaos. Uh, excuse me. Louder. Oh, line. I forgot it. Never mind. Screwed up as usual. Anyway, see, I forgot what I was gonna say. His power. Oh yeah. So when I was shooting dope, like all bets were off. They were off. Yeah, I could not handle anything. I mean anything. Let the slightest thing happen in life and it was over. I needed more dope because something just happened all messed up. My life didn't go right. Now I'm about to I can't even talk. Now I'm about to shoot some dope and make it better, right? No, like chaos, spinning in a circle, insanity, doing the same thing, expecting different results. But today, I've replaced that dope with the hope of Jesus, and I don't have to worry about nothing. And as long as I don't pick up a needle and I don't put anything in my body, I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about anything. Call it crazy, call it what you want. Say I'm lying, I don't care. I'm telling you, I don't have to worry. All I have to do is trust that God will always take care of me. He went before me. He wrote the story. I'm just the actor. He wrote a symphony. He just wanted me to sing, and baby, now that's what I'm doing. So once you realize that, it's hard to get there. It's so hard because it's that you can't see it, so it's hard to believe it. But I'm telling you, when you have that spiritual awakening and he performs a miracle right in front of your eyes, you don't have a choice but to rely on him for the rest of your life. Because it's like they tell me, you can't unknow what you know. When you don't know, it's another thing. But when you know, you can't unknow what you know. Ponder on that one, okay? Because that's the truth. So once you know what his mercy and grace and his forgiveness and his faith does and his love and his peace, it's hard to go back because you know that as long as you trust him, you don't have to worry. I don't have to worry, and it's crazy. And I know that people are probably looking at this video like, she's such a liar, blah, blah, blah. She turned out holier than thou. No, no, no. I just know that God has revealed so much to me in almost 8 months of, uh, even before I got into recovery, okay? He would reveal things to me and I would just ignore them like, I don't see you. Really? And run the other direction. But that's what we do as addicts. We let that drug start talking, that addiction start talking and making us believe that there ain't nothing in the world that's going to help us other than the dope. BS. The only thing that will help us through anything in our life is JC, baby. Um, so yeah, I know I'm all over the place, but I just encourage you guys that if you're out there and you're still using, hit me up if you need somebody to talk to. I'm not any type of licensed counselor. I'm just a grateful recovering addict, and the therapeutic value of one addict helping another is without parallel. If you're struggling, run into the rooms of an NA meeting. They will love, 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 love on you. Um, I just encourage you to find Jesus. If you need help, or you need to get into some type of treatment facility or something, I'm more than happy to help. If you're struggling, obviously I don't help financially, but if you need to get into some type of program, I'm absolutely willing to help anybody do that. If you struggle with self-worth and insecurities and other things, I'm here also. God will help us through those as well. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And then I'll post more videos too. Like, I think it's cool that like when you're in recovery, like you start to get doing things. I can't even talk. Like you start doing things that you weren't doing, like little things like going downtown or going to eat, or I don't know, just little things that you do that you don't do in recovery. And they're not big by any means. Like just making memories that'll never ever go away. I encourage you to get a support group, support group, support group, sponsor, support group, sponsor, support group, support. Yeah, so anyway, I love you guys, and I know my videos are all over the place, but that's my life, and remember, God can get you through anything. He does not bring us to it to leave us to go through it alone, and when we only see that one set of footprints, those are His, babies. Chin ups, buttercups, I love y'all.